Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of the Ending the Undertaker Streak booking videos, part of our Call of Booking Fantasy Warfare series. We just had Rip give his great booking of Stephanie McMahon ending the Undertaker Streak in a bra and panties match for the streak and the Undertaker IP. And now it is my turn, and Ryan gave me the stipulation where Santina Marella had to end the Undertaker's streak in a last man standing match involving a love storyline with John Cena. Now, let me just preface that I have not finished booking the match because I've been working on this for days, and I just got to the point where I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to book the actual match part on the fly. Don't worry, I have like 8 pages of backstory.
Can I just point out, I love the fact you exaggerate that Tina bit of Santina Marella, just because there are obviously people out there that think Santina Marella could be Undertaker.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, that's obvious. That would have been too easy.
Yeah,
Right.
realistically, he should have ended the streak at 25. That's what I'm saying. Santino should have finished it.
All right, so here we go. Santina versus The Undertaker. So a little bit of backstory. Michelle McCool has always been salty about her not winning the WrestleMania 25 Battle Royale. The women's Diva one that Santina ended up winning.
I love it already.
Flash forward about 11 years. Santina returns at the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble as the number 25 spot. However, the number 30 spot is not Shayna Baszler. It's Michelle McCool. The final four is Charlotte Flair, Beth Phoenix, Santina, Michelle McCool, and Bianca Belair. Michelle immediately goes after Beth Phoenix and actually eliminates Beth Phoenix. However, she is celebrating. She's like, yeah, I'm the best, and ends up getting distracted, and she is eliminated by Santina. Santina then immediately does the same thing, hasn't learned from Michelle's mistakes, and immediately gets whipped by Bianca Belair. And with a little bit of, help from Michelle, who is kind of bitching and was part of the reason why Santina got distracted. Michelle and Santina then get into a big cat fight. And they go up the ramp. Later in the night, The Undertaker enters at number 1. Brock is not in the Rumble, just to let you know, so it's not the thing with the WWE Championship. He's not doing that. Also, aside, I forgot to mention, Undertaker is still undefeated in 2020, having defeated Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at their respective WrestleManias. Anyways, cut to later in the night, Undertaker enters number 1, John Cena enters number 2. They start brawling, and Cena eliminates The Undertaker in the final 4 before getting eliminated by Edge. Drew McIntyre wins the Rumble. That's the same thing. Edge returns. It's glorious. But the final 4 is Edge, Drew McIntyre, The Undertaker, and John Cena. The Undertaker then goes into full beast mode. He beats Cena into a bloody pulp. And he is like scary as shit. And basically, like, he's just standing over Cena, like no one helps him. And making a statement. So no one helps Cena until suddenly, while Cena is trying to stand up, a hooded figure reaches out a hand. The hooded figure helps Cena to the back. The next night on Raw, Cena comes out at the very beginning. He's absolutely livid and calls out The Undertaker. Michelle McCool comes out instead. She says that Cena isn't worthy of another match with Undertaker after the squash match at WrestleMania 34. Cena responds saying, "Last night at the Rumble, I proved I am worthy of a rematch." Michelle then laughs and the lights go out. Gong. The lights come back on and Cena is gone. Taker's hat is in the middle of the ring. Michelle is gone as well. Later in the night, we see a dark room with like fog. Michelle is there laying on this like creepy couch and like, whatever you would imagine the Undertaker's wife would be wearing is what she's wearing, and is laying on a couch.
A mortician's outfit.
Yes. A camera then pans and no, she's actually dressed as a female Paul Bear.
No, I've done it. Bye.
The cameraman then pans and we see John Cena tied up to like one of the Undertaker logo stakes.
I see, just like Victor.
That's my bit.
Stop stealing gimmicks, Tim.
Big infringement, god damn it.
The Undertaker then comes on the screen with two druids. Undertaker says, fuck, I have horrible handwriting.
Can I ask, is one of the druids Dean Ambrose in disguise?
I was thinking about that. I am tired of being disrespected by the World Wrestling Entertainment Federation. They always talk about what Cena has done for the wrestling business, but damn it, talk about what The Undertaker has done. You can tell that The Undertaker is starting to go mad, and we're seeing less of The Undertaker and more of Marky Mark Calloway.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. The Marky Mark.
Is it Mark Wahlberg?
They always talk about what Cena's done for the wrestling business, but what about what The Undertaker has done? I thought I finally proved at WrestleMania 34, but all people talk about was that how old I look and how I'm sick of it. People keep talking about my match with Goldberg in Saudi Arabia, and I'm sick of it.
It is a classic.
And he
I mean, realistically, Goldberg should have dropped the jackhammer and just do that nasty brainbuster that he did, because that looks like a real match.
And at WrestleMania 36, I will prove again by beating John Cena in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. And then it fades away, and then we probably get like Alicia Fox promo or something. I don't know. Anyways, we
Alicia
do not.
Who? Alicia Fox.
We do not hear anyone for weeks. They're all after Elimination Chamber. We have a match between, I just threw some names together, Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews. All of a sudden, backstage, we are shown a very similar room to the one Taker was in. We see the hooded figure. The voice of the hooded figure is modified, and we see Michelle McCool tied up. The voice says, "This is retribution for what the Undertaker has done to the greatest of all time."
Is it voice modified like Kane? Like, if I do not win, I will set myself on fire.
Think of the voice of the mysterious hacker right now in SmackDown. Think like that.
Okay, cool.
Or the voice that Bray Wyatt did when Bray Wyatt was pretending to be Sister Abigail. Do you remember that voice modification?
Oh, yeah.
So you mean his voice, but then added on top of it, like voice doubling of his voice higher pitched.
Yes, but you can't tell whose voice it is.
Brilliant.
He is tired of seeing people like Taker not hang up their boots when it's time for them to go. He says, and then he goes on to say, "You took something precious from me. And I need my prince." And he said, "So I'm going to take something away from you." Hey, I was forced to do a Cena love story. It's not like I wanted to.
This is getting dirty.
It's just that you said, right, I'm not going to lie to you. Last night I was talking to some friends that weren't the Renegade. And we were going through a list of like words that like people call each other when they're in relationships. And I was cringing at pretty much all of them because some of them, like honey and baby and stuff, I was like, Prince just. But the only Prince I want to hear is Prince Devitt or Prince the musical artist.
Yeah.
What about Prince Ali, Fabulous He, Ali Ababwa?
All right, fair enough.
All right, so the masked person says, "You've taken something precious from me, so I'll take something precious from you." The masked person is obviously referring to Michelle. They're very intent on using the voice box, by the way. The mysterious figure says, "Don't worry, I won't hurt her unless you release my prince. And then I say, Undertaker is then seen saying, I don't believe you. And then the masked figure says, well, I'm going to show you I'm not playing. The figure says as they pull out, or as one of the druids pulls out a razor and starts shaving the head of Michelle McCool. Shaves her bald. Yeah, it's getting crazy. Michelle starts screaming as the figure begins shaving the head of Michelle. She is shaved completely bald. The lights go out and the segment is over.
End of rivalry.
End of rivalry. No. We are
Jesus.
2 weeks away from WrestleMania 36. Advertised for tonight is a video confrontation between Mystery Person and The Undertaker. We get to the final segment of Raw, and The Undertaker is shown. I have horrible handwriting. I'm so sorry. It's shown. He is absolutely pissed, and he says, I want Michelle released. He wants Michelle released. However, this isn't The Undertaker who is shown. This is Mark Calloway wearing like the beanie we've seen in backstage pictures, like a white t-shirt. It is Mark. It's not
Sexy
American
Marky
Badass.
Mark.
It's not any. It is Mark.
Sexy
Mark and the Funky Bunch. He is visibly shaken. He says he needs his wife back. Hidden Man shows up. They say, I need you to follow my instructions to the T.
Jesus Christ, this is a hostage situation.
Exactly. You need to release my... Number one, you need to release my prince. 2, you need to meet me here next week.
Cheeky.
3,
Meet me here, don't tell anyone you came.
3, we will have a last man standing match at WrestleMania 36. And if you lose your streak and your career. Say no to any of these stipulations, and she will die.
Oh
Christ.
my
What the fuck happened to Santina, man?
God.
We'll get there.
Do you realize she's a comedy character?
Oh, no, we'll
ain't taking
get
no
to the
shit.
comedy. We'll get to the comedy.
How to
Oh,
make a
boy.
comedy character? How to make a comedy character serious? Just make them threaten people with actual death.
No, the comedy bit I'm hoping for, it all stays serious right up until the match, and as soon as the match kicks off, Benny Hill music starts blaring out.
Undertaker, parentheses, Mark, agrees. And I said, sorry, so the way it's supposed to be is number 3, and then Undertaker agrees, and then number 4, when you lose, you'll retire immediately. Undertaker agrees, we end Raw. Final Raw before WrestleMania. Opening segment is the contract signing. By the way, pandemic's still going on. There's going to be no fans in the building. I just felt like it was important to keep it real if I was doing WrestleMania 36. So, Undertaker, also because this would get booed out of the fucking building. Undertaker comes out again as Mark Calloway. Next comes out is Michelle. She's basically like released. They immediately hug.
Is she in a convict outfit? So the bold makes sense.
Imagine the Princess Leia outfit when she was taken in Star Wars Episode 6.
Oh, the metal bikini.
Slave Leia outfit, but she's got no hair.
No hair. Undertaker hugs her and just rubs her head.
Just pats her on the head. I've missed you so much.
Okay, so next comes out.
I missed you so much.
Jesus Christ.
It's a video message from Mystery Figure. He says, I gave you Michelle. Now I need my prince. Undertaker says, why do you desperately need Cena? Because he is my prince, and I love him.
Such a dark Disney shit.
Can I put out a side note? Side note, how much funnier would it have been though if Mark just responded, which one? I've got like 20. Like anyone who's ever been like Giant Gonzalez has just got in a cupboard somewhere. Like, which one?
Does Santina still have her Italian accent when she's doing all these scary promos?
It's voice modified so you can't tell. Because whenever WWE does these segments, even if they have a specific accent, whenever they've done the modified voice, they never have accents, even if the character has an accent. So I didn't feel like that was important. Undertaker goes to the back. He comes back and brings up John Cena, who is also in the Princess Leia outfit. No, I'm totally kidding. No, Undertaker.
He probably would.
John Cena comes out.
John Cena would.
He's obviously beaten the shit out of. He is bruised. He has a giant Undertaker tattoo on his front chest.
You know what? I think I'd rather be taking my Santina at this point because, frankly, Santina sounds like a lovely house guest.
All right. He comes and Cena collapses on the ring. The masked figure walks out, immediately grabs the hand of Cena, kisses the hand of Cena, and approaches the Undertaker.
Beautiful.
He goes to the ring and stands face to face with Mark. Sign the contract, masked figure says. Still, the audio's messed. Mark approaches. Who are you? And this part's going to make you laugh. The voice says, I am more of an actual man than you will ever be.
Jesus.
I am
The one and only.
I am the one, the only. I am the cobra of your nightmares. Sign the contract, the masked person says. Undertaker gets face to face with masked man. Mark seems to back down and goes for a tombstone, but is confronted with a cobra. Oh! Mark is down.
Knocked out cold.
Good.
And Michael Cole goes, what does that mean? And Jerry the Lawler,
Jerry the
Lawler, the King Jerry goes, what does that mean? What does that mean, Michael?
Has a heart attack.
Just JBL backstage thinking he's on commentary like, this is some good shit. I love it, Michael.
Later we see, this is unreal, but later Charlie Caruso would be in a backstage segment seeing like, Mark, we just saw you get hit with a cobra. What do you think that means? But anyways, masked person says, sign the contract. And Mark and masked person signs the contract, leaves with Cena, basically like dragging Cena just by his arm because Cena's just like so fucking tired, and it's just being like carried like luggage.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah. And then, Mark looks at Michelle. Michelle goes, Mark signs the contract, agrees to this basically career match, WrestleMania, last man standing. Later, on a WWE.com exclusive, we see like a cell phone footage. And Cena goes up to masked person and says, let me see who you are, my hero. Masked person then just like rubs the face of Cena like this. And it's like, not until after I win, my prince.
Hang on 1 second.
WrestleMania 36 is not in front of crowds, just like real life. This match takes place in the Performance Center. And it's the second to last match of the second night of WrestleMania. First out is The Undertaker as the American Badass. Michelle comes out with him kind of in like, remember like WrestleMania 33 when Stephanie came out on the bike with Triple H? Exact same entrance pretty much.
She's wearing a wig, or are we seeing her growing hair?
It's not been that long, so like, you know, think of like a badass like bald woman. Like you've seen that before with like
Let's
a
just say
buzz.
she's got a do-rag on.
I was gonna say
5 o'clock shadow.
She's Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes, exactly. So next that comes out is John Cena. But Cena's just like still fucking exhausted. And he's just
You can't do this. It's just,
you might see me. Comes out with his music. MP comes out to no music. MP meaning masked person. Galloway faces masked person directly, and whispers, "I know who you are."
is this a Saw film?
Santina, he says, as Michelle unmasks Santina, and Santina is fucking petrified. She was not expecting this. First of all, she's just like, ah! And is just fucking terrified. And Santina tells the ref, ring the bell, and just lies on the floor and allows the ref to just start counting. 1, 2. Undertaker's like, no, you fucked up my wife. We're doing this. And picks up Santina and just immediately starts just destroying her. I'm talking tombstones. I'm talking last rides. I'm talking Hurricane Ranas or stuff. I don't even know. Undertaker's fucking on something. He is like maxed.
He hits the Hell's Gate. He hits a lariat. He hits a power bomb.
Exactly. Just like
it's Canadian Destroyer.
Exactly. And all of a sudden, you see Undertaker get so pissed. It's just like, I have faced so many legends.
Giant Gonzalez.
Think you can tell me that you are worthy of ending my career? I've beaten people like Roman Reigns, like Brock Lesnar, like Albert. And you're going to tell me?
That got me.
And you're going to tell me you can beat me? And Santina looks, and in the corner of her eye is her prince.
Oh.
She looks over, and imagine, like, because, like, this is pre-produced, it's a little cinematic, and imagine, like, John Cena's theme song, but, like, transposed to sound like Disney music, so it's like,
John Cena meets Careless Whisper.
And, like, imagine, like, the light and Mandy Rose's entrance, but it's, like, on right now, and you see the connection, and you just see... Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say it's exactly like the scene from Nacho Libre when Jack Black's got the foot on his throat and he looks across and he sees his nun girlfriend. He's like, I can win this.
And Santina's just like not sure what to do. And Santina looks at Cena. And Cena grabs his hand, does this, and grabs his cock. Basically saying, use the cobra. Snake.
Use the cobra!
If I do this, then this. Time.
Exactly. So immediately, Santina is just like unleashed, like full, like she just had like 10 fucking Kit Kats and is on a sugar high. So Cobra up, zip, do. Grabs Undertaker by the balls and just like, I'm not gonna say who it's resembled after because not right now, but does a thing resembling a disgraced wrestler that I'm not gonna mention right now, and then gets the Cobra and knocks down Taker. And during this, Taker just gets immediately up. Taker's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I've worked longer than this.
And taking no cells.
And then Cena in the corner realizes the weakness of Undertaker. It's the reason that Taker has been caught off guard this entire time. Cena immediately hits an attitude adjustment on Michelle McCool. And Taker is just looking over. It's like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, we see Santina with a kendo stick. Boom, hits the Undertaker. Boom, hits the Undertaker. Boom, hits the Undertaker. The referee starts counting. 1, 2.
You got a good whole 10 count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and he gets up. But Undertaker stands up and it's just like, what am I doing anymore? Why do I even enjoy wrestling anymore? My wife just got hit. Why?
John Cena has a midlife crisis.
No, this isn't John Cena. This is Mark Calloway.
Undertaker, yeah.
And it's just like, my wife just got hit because of me. I dress up as a zombie on a daily basis. Why am I still doing this?
Just doing the housework dressed in the Undertaker robes. It's like,
and Undertaker
that's Tuesday.
Just starts breaking out into tears and crying. And Santina goes to her boobs, takes out the tissues that she's been using to stuff her boobs, and hands it to the Undertaker, who wipes his tears and says, I'm too old for this shit. Lies down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ding, ding, ding. Match over. Thank you very much.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Oh
you know
my
what I said?
God.
You know what I said earlier about all of these pretty much being fever dreams, acid trips?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's like Undertaker just gave up on life in the middle of his match.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't have Undertaker lose by actual losing against Santina. I just couldn't do it as a wrestling fan. So I had to have Undertaker
tiny
give
little
up on
bits
life.
of kayfabe were alive, you completely killed. Undertaker,
Right,
Undertaker completely quits on wrestling in the middle of a wrestling match. It's like, fuck it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of thankful you just had John Cena hit the attitude adjustment and not all 6 moves of doom on the show on the outside. I was so worried
I didn't want her to get freaking I didn't want her to get. She's already had her head shaved. Like.
Yeah, but Michelle McCool's a method actress, don't you know? She could do it. She would do it.
Awesome. Any other final questions before we end this amazing booking?
What the fuck was that?
I have 3 questions written down for legal reasons. Firstly, what drugs were you on at the time of conception? Secondly, what drugs are you currently on? And thirdly, where do I get them from? Because my God, what a...
I don't know what I could have done better, though. Like, it was such a shitty premise.
I'm going to say it was very promising up until the reveal of Santina, and then it just went all...
I'm not gonna lie,
the mystery man, I was like, okay, I can get behind this. And then
It was
using Santina's tits to wipe away the tears of the Undertaker.
I'm not gonna lie, the bit that got me, where I was like, I was well invested in this. I'm not gonna lie, I was well invested in this, except for the part where you did threaten murder on an innocent woman.
Oh my God!
When it got to the bit where, like, I'm imagining like a flashback sequence of Taker looking back at all the times he's been like knocked the fuck out in a wrestling match, and just being like, why am I here? And then I had the Metal Gear Solid 5 meme. We're like, why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Awesome. All right, so
you better follow up good with this one.
All right, so
I don't think I can top that level of trippy.
So thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for the 3rd one where Ryan's gonna do some booking, and it's gonna be excellent. All right, thanks.
I hope so.
Bye.